guys, it's Ash from Elevate My Faith, and today I just wanted to do like a first trimester recap because I think these videos are super helpful to other women going through their first trimester, or like just kind of what to expect when you're trying to get pregnant. So yeah, we'll just jump right into it. So I tried to keep like the symptoms and like the weeks and all that, and then at the end I just had like some overall symptoms because I couldn't remember which like weeks they were, or just happened a lot. So for 4 weeks, I had cramping, increased sense of smell, some dizziness here and there. I did a yoga class the day before my test, so and I definitely got like more faint there, and I had to take it more easier because I realized I could pass out if I was pushing myself, and I just didn't really understand why until I took my test the next day. Unfortunately, it wasn't a high heat yoga class; it was a medium heat, but obviously we're all gonna have our like, oh, I wish I've done that, didn't do that, but you're not gonna know until you take the test, you know. I also had sore tender breasts, nausea, and then a lot of white clear discharge in place of my period. I know that might be TMI, but I know some women like to know this stuff, to know like what to expect and stuff. That was a good giveaway to me, that because like when I googled like what like the early signs of pregnancy was, yeah, like excessive white discharge was on there, so I kind of knew that I wasn't going to get my period and I was possibly pregnant, so that's what made me take my test. At 5 weeks, I had severe cramping. It was messing with my sleep to the point I was like having thoughts of what have I done, like maybe I should have gotten pregnant. So I was a little disappointed to get thoughts like that, but you know, it's hard when you're just like getting lack of sleep and going through some stuff you weren't expecting, I guess. So then I was having mood swings of being pregnant, like excited to hold my baby, so what have I done? Like I was going back and forth with that. And then I was also irritable, like if my dog was barking out of nowhere or someone touched my shoulder before I could see them. I just was really irritable about that, and that stuff usually does not bother me. For 6 weeks, I threw up for the first time that week and continued to do so on. And I was trying not to get discouraged since I was only halfway through the first trimester at that point, but it makes sense because I've seen other women talk about how once that 6 week hit, morning sickness just really hit them. 7 weeks, I went to throwing up almost every single morning, and I was also traveling to Nashville and staying in Nashville this time, so that was kind of hard, but I was able to at least just be in the hotel room by myself and just suffer. At 8 weeks, I tried morning sickness Centrum gummies. They sometimes help. I went back to try and eat something before getting out of bed because my nurse would rather me throw up food than stomach bile since it's hard on the teeth. I stopped throwing up every single day, but it still came around. At 9 weeks, I had my first ultrasound, which made everything feel real and made it feel more worth it to suffer with pregnancy symptoms. I even got to see the baby move on the screen, so that was exciting. But the only bad thing about that ultrasound appointment is I found out I had a cyst on my left ovary, so I wasn't happy about that. And the plans were to wait to remove it after birth. Alright, I skipped 10, but for 11 weeks I had found out I'm going to have to do surgery in my early second trimester because the cyst keeps growing and needs removed. There's just not going to be enough room between the cyst and the baby. I unfortunately had the type of cyst that you had to surgically remove it. It wasn't going to just disappear on its own in the second trimester, because sometimes if you look up cysts and during pregnancy, they go away on their own in the second trimester. Fluid-filled cysts do, but I had a mucus-filled cyst, so I was not going to do that, unfortunately. And then during this week, I threw up 3 times from 12 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. the following morning, and I had to clean up throw up and had an emotional breakdown. So yeah, that was not a good day for me. I remember that, and I was just like so upset, and my dog was all upset because I was upset. I felt bad, but I just was like kind of at an emotional breakdown at that point. I was having mood swings. I was getting self-conscious about my body with face and body acne, and I also had a bloated stomach because at that point you just got first trimester bloating. And I was just thankful for my husband for comforting me and saying I'm still pretty when my pregnancy emotions made me feel otherwise. And then I also had left hip and pelvic pain from the cyst, which was not fun to deal with. I didn't have anything for 12 weeks, but 13 weeks I put still throwing up about every 4 or 5 days. So at least it wasn't every day, but it was still coming around though. And cyst removal surgery was this week, and thank the Lord, everything went okay. I was so nervous about this. Yeah, the surgeon got in and out within 30 minutes, and usually the surgery takes 60 to 90 minutes. So since I was only under anesthesia for 30 minutes, the baby's heart rate barely dropped that much. So that was great. She didn't have to go near the baby at all. She reassured my like husband, or one of the staff did when he was in the waiting room, like they just only had to go near my left ovary. They did not have to go into my uterus at all, like where the baby was. So it was very safe for the baby, luckily, at that point, because everything was smaller. The baby was smaller, my uterus was still smaller. So that's why they wanted to do it during my 13th weeks instead of waiting until mid-May when the surgeon would have been available again. And she was afraid I'd be like too big by then. So yeah, I was just super relieved everything went okay, because I was just really scared about having to do surgery while pregnant. So I definitely wanted to include that in this video because I know like I had to go online and see posts from other women that are saying I'm posting this for the other women who have to go through this, and it definitely made me feel better like seeing their experiences and how their baby was okay afterwards, and to just like have a bit more peace of mind. But I did have to really give it to God though, to not faith over fear, because that was super hard. I was so afraid something could have happened to the baby. It was scary. But praise God, He kept my baby safe and me safe during the surgery. And now my stomach's just sore at this point. It's been almost a week since surgery, so I've been getting better every day. So that's been great. And then some just overall pregnancy symptoms that just kind of happened. I can't remember what weeks and all that, but I had the chest tenderness went away a while ago now, but now I'm almost up to cup sizes. I actually just measured myself today out of curiosity because I realized some of my bras were not fitting. I do have 2 maternity bras already that I started wearing, but I think I need to get more because I'm not going to be able to rotate between 2. It's not enough. I had food aversions. I might still do. I'm not sure yet. Something could be appealing one day and then repulsive the next. That probably happened for the last couple weeks or so. And plain water, like, it wasn't appealing to me a lot. It still can't be. I just kind of forced myself to, like, drink it because I know I need to. So, yeah, it's just been a struggle with that, too. So, yeah, overall, the first trimester has not been the funnest, obviously. I don't think it really is for most women, unless you're, like, that really lucky person that does not get, like, really crazy symptoms, like throwing up and everything. So I've had to give myself a lot of grace because I thought I'd be that, with it pregnant lady that's going to be, like, working out and eating the best of the best foods. And then there's just, like, between my morning sickness and fatigue by the end of the day after working, I couldn't even work out that much. And then now I had to do the surgery, and now I can't work out for the next like 6 to 8 weeks to make sure my stomach muscles are healing. I can only really walk right now for exercising. So yeah, I'm just trying not to get discouraged and give myself grace. Like, it's okay that I couldn't be that like on top of it, pregnant mom. Like, yeah, there's just some days you're only gonna be able to eat French fries and call it a day, or like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to just do all these pregnancy workouts every single day, like for long periods of time, and that's okay. Like, you just have to give yourself grace and realize you are growing a full-on human being in your body. So, so I'm just glad the other pregnancy, first trimester recap videos, like, address that too, and that's why I want to do the same in mine, because it's so easy to get hard on yourself, and because you go in with these expectations of like what your first trimester is going to be like, and you're going to stay with it and be healthy for you and the baby. But like, it's okay if you sometimes can only eat junk food and can't work out every single day. Yeah, so I still technically threw up water and watermelon the one morning last week, so I was still technically in my first trimester because I was in 13 weeks, but it was at the very end, and now I am in my second trimester right now in 14 weeks. So really hoping the throwing up will go away. I really hope so. I still can get nauseous and kind of feel like I could throw up, but we'll see if I do it all this week or not. I really hope not. But yeah, I just really wanted to share with you guys my first trimester experience and recap, because like I said, I just think it's so helpful for other women to see it and to not feel so alone in this like pregnancy struggle, because it's definitely not rainbows and butterflies and sunshine, you know what I mean? I also was very much in a spiritual slump because of the morning sickness and fatigue. I did not stay focused with my Bible study because there were some mornings I just slept till like 11 a.m. and then like I only had a few hours to get ready before work, and I was just obviously putting off Bible studying. So I just also wanted to address that because I was relieved when another Christian YouTuber said like the same thing happened to her because of morning sickness. She got in a spiritual slump, because I just felt like I was a crappy like Christian. I should have still been able to keep up with it, but you just have to give yourself grace, and like I am finally getting back on top of it. I guess the best thing about this like surgery thing is now I do have a couple weeks to myself to just really focus on, Bible studying and praying to God and stuff. So I'm definitely feeling more like connected instead of in that spiritual slump. So give yourself grace. You will get out of it, and get back to it eventually. So don't get too hard on yourself like I was. And lots of relying on God is going to take place this year because I honestly like had to use them for strength for the first trimester. Maybe the second trimester will be easier, hopefully, but even like the third trimester, by the end of it, I know it can get hard again, and then obviously the labor and everything will be a lot. So just lots of leaning on God this year for me, and yeah, I'm just glad I can make this video for you guys. Hopefully it's helpful for those that are going through their first trimester or going too soon and just want to know what to expect. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Amazing grace, how sweet.